So how do you feel about doing this?
I'm really happy, actually. Really happy, because I think it's, from everything I saw, it's just really people that touches my heart. So I'm really thankful to be here.
Can you talk a little bit about what your style says about you?
It's always like something to do with your personality, but the best way is that you just put on whatever you feel like, and it can change from everything. Like moods can change. Sometimes you just don't want to be seen as well. So yeah, you're hiding under your clothes sometimes as well.
Can you take a question? Can you talk about assumptions that you feel or have experienced that other people have about you based on your style?
I prefer when somebody says you've got a beautiful soul than just stopping at the outside, especially job-wise, as I'm an artist. You have to fight harder as a woman sometimes. The day when people really see you for the inside and for what you create, it's like a gift.
Can you talk about a struggle that you've turned into a strength?
The struggle to really decide to be here, because you don't know why you're here, you don't find any sense and any joy. That's the biggest teaching that I was taught the day when I really decided to be alive. There's a nice sentence that says, you can't see the stars without the dark. And so I learned to go into the dark and to visit it, to see your fears as something positive. And they really point out that there's something that it's the right time to overcome it and to learn from it.
So can you talk about how you express yourself in your life and in your world other than your style?
The most important thing for me is like sharing. Even like with my artwork, I couldn't do it without people helping me. So there's like always, it's like a collective, and I think we just work, everything works in community. It's everything about sharing and connecting.
Can you talk about an insecurity related to your body, that you've struggled to overcome?
When I was younger, I was completely complex about my breasts. I was like, I don't know, from 13 on until 23, 24, because I had so flat. So now I'm happy, but when I was younger, it was like the worst. I didn't want anybody to see it, to touch it. Like, I don't watch TV anymore. I don't read magazines, or probably just like edgy ones, but not like fashion magazines. I'm so fed up with it. It's just boring.
Shoes. Can you talk about when you feel the most vulnerable?
Dealing with a kind of difficult situation at home. There's a lot of things where you're like, on the outside you're the perfect family, behind the curtains it's just war.
I get it.
It's just hard to be in as a child, and therefore in a way you hate your dad because he was doing this to you, but in a way you love him because he's your dad. It's like being violent. Not on myself, it was hitting on my mother. I was so small that I was dealing my whole life with it, to just know if this was really happening or not. And that's actually what took me quite a while, because you have flash and you have stuff,
right,
but you just put it up so deep down that you don't want to see it, and you don't want to acknowledge yourself that it really happened. So like from 3 until 13, I didn't remember anything of my childhood. So it took me quite a while to get that up again, to really try to understand what happened. And I think it took the time that it took, because I couldn't take everything all at once when I was a child. So, but even this, I could say nowadays, it became a big treasure. It's just when you grow up with an alcoholic father, then he doesn't even know what he does sometimes. So that's the thing as well. So how could you tell him if he doesn't remember?
When do you feel the most beautiful?
When I feel myself in my heart. I would say now I feel really in the heart with everything I share with you. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
Dress. Can you respond to the quote, in your body is a good place to be?
Because my body is your body, because my little cosmos is your little cosmos, and it's the cosmos of the world. So we all have our little ones, but at the end we're all like really a big one.
How does the experience feel to you now, being without clothes on? Like, how does the whole thing feel to you?
just say thanks to you for making me experimenting with and being in the now with you and in the heart. So yeah, that's how it feels.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Thanks to you. Right.